Not the show, but I know they don't make a lot of money for
That's what I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are dentists. They
have like full-time jobs.
Crazy careers.
Like they make like $15 an hour. It's some insane.
COVID left Nickelodeon with so much product, whatever you want to call it, in the can because they just doubled down on animation because you could do it remotely. You didn't. He has good news. Your thing's
What's
done.
What's the good news? Let's hear it.
My thing's done.
Oh, good.
Good.
Hold on.
Good timing. Right in the transition. You were great.
Hold on. Now I can't believe it.
File corrupted. Have to restart.
I know. Oh my God. Derek.
Can we be friends? Can we be friends? Can we be friends? Can we be friends? Can we be friends?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Can We Be Frank, where the whiskey may be on ice, but the talk is always straight up. I'm Derek. This is Robert, Mike, and Ruby, and we're here to entertain you for the next, 30, 40, 50 minutes. We'll see where the talk takes us.
We're here to entertain you.
We'll try.
I'm sure I signed up to that.
I feel like I'm the only one who was kind of carried through the whiskey on ice, but am I the only one drinking
No,
anymore?
I have.
I got a whiskey.
Okay, that's 3 out of 4. We'll take it.
Can we be frank? Although we got to update it now that Ruby's on.
Yes, you got to
these are outdated.
Sharpie and Ruby. I don't have my official glass.
Maybe by
last week, I believe I was the only one.
Like whiskey. That's the thing we've got to try and get. I actually do like, Mike, what's the thing that we had in New York? There's a really nice whiskey that we drank. It's actually not like super expensive. It's quite a cheap one, but it was nice. We had the Manhattans.
The Manhattan. Yep, that's right.
Well, but what kind of whiskey did you have in it?
Was it Maker's Mark?
Maker's Mark. Maker's is one of my favorites. Yep. Yeah. Angel's Envy is good too.
I was going to say, if you're not a big whiskey drinker, Angel's Envy is good. Very smooth.
Give it a go.
It's aged in port wine barrels, so it has a little bit of a nice.
Sounds fancy.
Okay. Anyways,
and that's it's great. You like the rye version, though, Robert, right? Not the bourbon.
I do. I like rye. My favorite is Hemingway rye at this point.
Okay.
Now accepting sponsorship.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're listening, it is very good.
Well, since we've all talked about our favorite drink, Ruby, what would be your drink of choice if you went to a bar?
If I ever went to a bar, it doesn't happen very often.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I go far too often.
With the World Cup on at the moment, I feel like I want to go every single day and watch the games. Margarita, you can't beat a margarita in LA. Okay. Yeah, definitely more of a tequila fan since I've lived here. Some good.
Do they have margaritas in London?
No, I don't think I'd ever drank. The tequila when I was living in London would always be like at the end of the night, tastes like nail varnish remover. Definitely not like a drink of choice, but here, really good. So go with that.
Ranch and margaritas.
Ranch?
Uniquely.
We got to get that over there. Ranch.
Got it.
Well, how is everybody besides apparently drinking and thinking about drinking? I know, Robert, you said you had a rough day, busy day, but...
A busy day. Busy, yes. Trying to get something out to a distributor.
It's exciting.
And it is taking a minute. Like, there's only so much you can do. I was telling you, it's 1.4 terabytes worth of material. And in my mind, I'm like, I'll just copy it over to another drive just so I have a backup. And, in 10 minutes, I'll be out the door. Well, that was 7 hours ago.
Yeah, no, it never. It's like watching paint dry. Exporting episodes like this, sometimes I'm like, Jesus, I can't believe it's going to be like 15 minutes for this damn thing. And then as soon as you export it, you realize you screwed something up, and you have to do the whole thing all over again. So,
how long is the movie, Robert?
Well, this is a re-edited version. It's an hour. It's a short version, but there's many versions of it. And there's the audio stems, the 5.1 Dolby. It's all the deliverables for the distributor, which includes all the the stills and the artwork and the on and on. But the files are very large. We have 4K files. We have UHD, HD, LMNOP. We got it all. Anything.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably all aware of how much goes into something like this, but a lot of people aren't. They just think, when you're done with the show, you just hit save and send it off. But there's a huge process of post-production of like you said, audio stems, exports, dubs, and countless numbers of languages.
Captions.
Captions, closed captions. Yeah, exactly. It's not a simple task. People just think. I generally get it with animation. They're like, I don't understand why it takes so long to make an animated, cartoon. You could do it in a week. No, it takes it takes a little bit longer than that. Yeah, exactly. Well, with AI, pretty soon someone's going to be like, no, I will have it in a week. But probably not as good. But anyway, anybody else have an interesting day, or are we diving right into it?
No, it's definitely not an interesting day. It's been since the World Cup's kicked off. I am in full World Cup mode. Just on in the background. For this weekend, I watched most of the games, but I've seen so many videos of people, especially Americans, being like, oh, "We're in it. We're in the World Cup. We have a team. Like, who are any of our players? No one seems to know."
Yeah, and every 4 years, people will come around to it.
I'm not a big basketball fan, Ruby. So I don't pay attention.
But yeah, it's been good over the weekend. That seemed to be my killed a few hours. Let's put it that way.
And you watch all the matches, not just your team of choice?
Yeah, England have only played their second games tomorrow, so we just been watching everyone. It's so interesting. This year there's more teams, so you get such a better representation of countries around the world. And there's some real surprises for some of the bigger teams that people think are going to go in and absolutely smash it. And some of the smaller or less known football teams from the different countries are doing so well. People are coming in and really have a point to prove. People are getting their first goals of the World Cup and first wins ever as a country. And it's just been really cool. It's really, heartwarming to watch. For a sport that not a lot of Americans are into. They've added in a hydration break, which is allowing them to stick some commercials.
That's been controversial, though, that I've heard, that we're Americanizing it. Europeans were not very happy about that.
No, and in the UK, they're not airing commercials during the commercial break. The broadcasters there have chosen to keep it with commentary and just as it would be, you used to watching a 45-minute half fully through, but the American attention span needs a lot more instant.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard. It's you damn Americans in your quarters instead of halves.
Yeah,
I mean, our sports, with the exception of men's college basketball, I think and hockey, which is 3 periods. But men's college basketball is the only other thing that I know that goes by halves rather than quarters in American sports that I know of.
Remember we watched our first basketball game when we moved here, and it was the Lakers versus the Clippers. And we were like, well, we went to see it at Crypto, and we were like, well, we'll support whichever LA team wins. That feels like a very fair way to do it. And the Lakers won. Skip to the end, but it was such a quick, just the timing of it, real spectator sport. I was like, I can understand why Americans are so into these kind of sports that last 10-second blips at a time. It was very engaging, all the light shows and all the music coming out every 10 seconds. It was great.
It's one of my favorite comedians, Jim Jeffries, talks about he adopted baseball as one of his favorite sports, but he was just surprised at how quickly, which it's not that quick of a game actually, but to him it's quick compared to cricket, where cricket matches can go days, I think.
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous.
I think if you play it a certain way, there's quicker versions and longer versions, but the long version, the cricket matches can go for days. Meanwhile, everybody's getting pissed drunk and having a good time. So
that's all anyone really wants to watch sports for, is just to be able to drink. It's used to drink. What about you, Derek? What have you been up to?
Just keeping busy editing podcasts mostly, but I try and catch some of the soccer. I like to soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to make you mad. Football matches. I like watching sports that are on, and I like when they count for something. So I'm excited when the what's it called, the match plays over, and it actually means something a little bit more. I always like playoff sports and whatnot. It's too boring watching the regular season. Right now, the Dodgers are on, but I could care less because they lose. They have another 100 games to go yet. So
yeah, there's as many games now in the World Cup left as there is in the normal World Cup, and everyone's already played at least one game, which is great for people that like to watch it. And it's good. It means something, right? You say every match is you obviously get points for if you win or if you draw, or if you don't get any points if you lose, and then only a certain amount of those teams then go through to the next round. So people have really got a point to prove. So it's entertaining to watch for anyone that isn't into soccer or football. I'd recommend it if you can catch it.
I appreciate you using our dumbed down terminology over here. But
so do they not play American football in London ever?
I don't know if I can speak for all people in London. There are definitely forms of it.
But there's not like an official, there's not like an NF.
Yeah, I think a lot of the different countries have similar rules, right? Like you get Aussie rules, which is similar to American football. A lot more rugby where I'm from. Like you're either a football fan or you're a rugby fan. And rugby is a little bit more like a contact sport, like American football. But no, I don't think I've ever seen American football.
So when you say football, you're talking soccer.
There's also, I remember when I first moved to London, driving past Clapham Common, people play Quidditch on brooms and run around. So I'm sure there's people.
That's a Harry Potter thing.
I'm sure there's people in London playing American football somewhere. I have not seen them, but I can attest
a number of years ago, there was European football, our football league. I don't think it did very well. But now the NFL is playing more games in other countries because they do host a game in London. They were in Spain, Germany.
Yeah, I saw that. They're going playing different American leagues like around the world, right?
Yeah, I think they're going to Australia next season, so they are expanding their reach. So that's kind of cool. So, Mike, what's our topic? Oh, wait, he has good news. Your thing's
What's
done?
What's the good news? Let's hear it.
My thing's done.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Good. Good timing. Right in the transition. You were great.
Hold on. Now I can't believe it.
File corrupted. Have to restart.
I know. Oh my God. Derek.
I'm sorry.
I mean, just check some important things. Oh, it's all there. It's all there. All 1.4 terabytes. Okay, let me.
Oh my.
That's
eject.
sizable.
Well, let me rename the drive. Will that hurt it? Will that do anything?
Just don't hit reformat. As long as you don't hit reformat, you're fine.
God, Derek. We're getting a very nice drive. This was not a cheap drive. 2 terabyte SSD Samsung.
Oh, those are good ones. That's why I'm surprised
it
surprised it was as slow as it was.
Well, I know that was the whole. Well, it was super slow, and then I asked Claude, "Why is it so slow?" And it ran me through a bunch of testing. No, it's all on that little thing.
Oh, that's tiny.
Remember how huge they used to be? Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh, don't get me started. I think I told this on one of the podcasts when my dad was editing, and Avid first came out, and he showed me they had a wall full of these drives that were literally the size of a loaf of bread. And I remember him saying, "Guess how much this holds?" It was like this big. I'm like, I don't know. He's like 9 gigabytes. I'm like, no.
Wow.
No. Liar. He's like, no, I swear. It's like this big. I was like 2 terabytes. Anyway. Let me just put a little label. Talk amongst yourselves. Don't let me distract you.
I actually listened back to the first episode that you guys did recently, and it was really nice to hear like the conversation when you guys were all in a room together. It definitely makes me feel like we should try and get that.
I agree.
The conversation that kicked off, and you could, I don't know, it just spawns different things, doesn't it, when you're physically in person with someone.
It's so much nicer because the delay, I swear, it is, I talk over and then I'm like, oh shit, and then I stop, and then I'm like,
well, everybody does that.
The topic today was why does our favorite show get canceled?
Why or what or which? Why did it?
I think both.
Well, I'm going to start with a question.
Yeah, I think
what is everyone's favorite show?
That got canceled.
That got
prematurely.
Well, what's your favorite show? And then did it get cancelled? And then if you had a favorite show that got cancelled, this topic was really interesting to me because I was like, I don't know if I have a favorite show. And then I've actually done a load of research about what I would have said my favorite show was growing up, and I did find out why it got cancelled.
Growing up, yes.
Yeah, but for you guys,
you go first because I'm grossly underprepared.
I went through a few of them, and I was like, what shows did I used to watch, like with my family? What show would I still watch now? And the top one for me was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I had when I was younger,
Joss
it was like,
Whedon.
shouldn't have been able to watch it, but used to watch it, and it was always just such. I was like, she's so cool. And then I started rewatching it when I first started working for. When I first started working in London, and I used to have like a quarter of my screen where I'd watch something, a quarter of it would be the system we worked in, and then I'd have my emails and whatever else. And it gave me like this sass, or like the Buffy effect, where I'd be like, a bit of like attitude and stuff. But obviously it only ran for 7 years. It got cancelled because they ran out of story arc. And I think all of the contracts they had for a lot of the actors at the time were for 7 years, and it just seemed to run its course. But super short one for me.
That's a good run.
Cool to go
7
into.
years
Yeah,
is
Good run.
it seemed to be like 144 episodes, it reckons.
Yeah.
But
When
now-
you get to 100, you're in the day of syndication, which is
Yeah.
no longer a thing. We were trying to hit that 100 episode mark because it would guarantee you. So
There you go.
140.
They had a good run. And it's great because the question made me want to go back and watch it and rewatch it again, and it's on Hulu. So I'm going to do exactly that and start rewatching it. And whenever I say it was my favorite show, people always ask me what my favorite episode is. So I will confirm once I've rewatched
Now you know.
44 of them.
Now, did you have a show that you liked in maybe the first and second season that then was canceled? Or
Not off the top of my head. I feel
okay,
like this is back to what I said on episode 1. I will rewatch the same things again and again. Definitely
Yeah.
seems to be a lot of vampire shows off the top of my head. Like used to watch Vampire Diaries and True Blood and things like that. But yeah, no, I want to know about you guys. I want to know what your favorite shows are. I want to know which ones got cancelled. This is a good way to get to know more about you.
That is a very interesting question, because in doing the same thing you did, doing a retrospective of myself, I couldn't think of a show that I liked that, well, okay, I can think of one. I could only think of one that got canceled what I felt prematurely. Everything else felt like it ran its course. Like The Office, for example. I love The Office. But it ran, 9 seasons, and it ran its course. Parks and Rec ran its course. And in preparation for this episode, we were at a bar. We were like, oh, we'll ask the bartender, what's your favorite show that got canceled? And the lady answered Friends. And I was like, I don't think it got canceled. I think it ran its course. So
that doesn't count. That was like 10 plus years, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
exactly.
I don't think you can count that one. I was like, not quite what I meant, but whatever, you'll get your tip anyway. But
I've got
it
a
is
good
hard.
one.
Okay, go ahead.
No. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Okay, I will
The
finish
audience.
mine. The one show that I felt that ended prematurely was a comedy show with the late
James Vanderbeek.
James Vanderbeek, that's it. Dawson. Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 13? 23.
Yeah, that was a Fox show.
Is it Apartment 23 or 13? There was a 3 in it.
13, I think.
13, yeah. But anyway, it was a wildly hilarious show. The acting was really good. It was very funny, and I think they canceled it after 2 seasons. And there weren't very many episodes per season. And that's the one where I was like,
23.
oh, it is
Sorry,
23. Okay.
It's 23.
Yeah. I knew there was a 3 in it. But I really liked that show, and I was like, why isn't there more of this? And there just wasn't. But that's really the only thing in my library of shows that I can think of where I was like, I'm sad that something didn't continue. All my other shows ended on good terms, or to be honest, I'm waiting for them to end because they should end. Like, I don't know how many more friggin' seasons you can do of. I used to like the show NCIS, but like, how many more frickin' episodes can you do? You know. Anyway, but
Did you
so
say
that's
your favorite show?
well, okay, favorite show. Growing up, to clarify, growing up, I loved the show MASH because it was on TV like before I would go to school. So even though it was an
MASH.
older show, I loved that show because it was on TV when I was waking up in the morning. I'd like wake up to it every day before school. And so I fell in love with it. I thought it was very funny.
It was syndication when you were growing up. It
Yes,
was in
for
prime
sure.
time when I was growing up.
And
But we're probably the same age.
yeah, what I
Did
loved
it go
about
over your
it-
head?
No, I was middle school to high school, so I could comprehend.
Still went
what
over
was
my
going on.
head, but go on.
But what I thought was funny is I could it was something I could share with my parents because it was on when they were, and my dad and I loved the MASH movie, which I watched later after the show when I was a little older because the movie's a little raunchier. But it was like a great bonding experience that I had with my parents to be able to watch that. But then if you'd ask me now, The Office, I'd have to name The Office. I love The Office.
Derek, did you say it's raunchier?
What's that?
Raunchier.
Did you say raunchier? Like
Ranchy.
Yeah.
See that we do say raunch. When we're talking
raunchy.
It's not ranchy.
Sexier.
That's why
provocative.
English is a
Raunch.
very difficult language. Yeah,
It's provocative.
Raunch versus ranch.
Yeah.
Two different things.
Okay.
You don't want raunch on your salad,
No.
but you do want ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, you want
You don't
ranch,
want
not
ranch on the
ranch.
show. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
No,
got it.
it would provocative. It would be. It was much more provocative and
I
risque.
forgot. A lot of people don't know. They probably do. I just forgot that the series is based on the film.
On that movie. Yeah.
Mike,
Me, my favorite show for sure is The Office and The Golden Girls. I would say.
Oh,
is my
yes.
favorite. I love The Golden Girls. I still watch it to this day. I think a lot of it holds up. It's great. In
Is this
many ways.
the American Office when you've posted The Office?
Yes.
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 Sorry.
The American Office.
The
Yes.
Very important distinction,
Yes.
that
yeah.
is.
I agree.
That is great distinction.
And
That has me thinking.
that's a show that's interesting because Steve Carell, the main character, obviously in the show, left in season 7, I believe, and then it continued on for 2 years without him. And did fine. I think people stopped when he left the show because they just didn't like the dynamic. I enjoyed it. I loved Robert California coming in and seeing kind of different dynamics with the other characters. And the show was wildly popular. I know there were talks about different spin-offs and things, and there was the paper recently with Oscar's character from the show. I haven't checked out that spinoff yet, but I've heard decent things about that. So, that was one of my favorites. And then going back in time, like I said, The Golden Girls is always one that I grew up with and watched in syndication with my grandmother, and it's hilarious. It still is hilarious to this day. And Alf is another one of my favorites. But all those shows ran its course. I think if I had to pick a show that ended early, though, it would be probably Freaks and Geeks. If I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
That's
that
a
was my
great one.
pick.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. I
Damn
ruined
you.
it.
But that's a great one.
Yes.
That's
It was
a
so
perfect
good.
example.
Yes.
It's such a good example.
Freaks and
Freaks and
Geeks.
Geeks.
It launched Freaks
So
and
many
Geeks.
careers.
Right? Seth Rogen. Name him, Mike.
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel.
Yeah,
the other
Jason
guy.
Segel was in there.
Franco.
James
James
Franco.
James Franco.
Linda Cardinelli is in there,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
I've heard of this.
She's so great.
Pete. I'll mispronounce the name. Is it Feig? Pete.
Paul Feig
Paul Feig
is the director.
created it.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's-
Paul Feig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it gone on to be who's director. He just did that film that was huge. That they're doing the sequel with. Good Lord, Sydney Sweeney, where she's like a crazed housemaid. I think it's called The Housemaid, or wasn't that Peter Feig?
Okay.
Was that Peter? Thank you.
Paul Feig. It's
Paul, whatever. Starts
that
with-
dude.
Oh, and Judd Apatow.
Oh,
Judd
yeah.
Apatow, yeah.
Wrote many of those. Anyways, a great show. That was exactly
Yeah.
it. They filmed
It's a good
18 episodes, Ruby. NBC aired 12. They didn't even air all the 18. You had them in the can. Eventually, they released them all. But it was a great show. I was grossly disappointed when it was.
I agree.
It says it has low viewership and poor Nielsen ratings.
It may became
Whatever.
a cult class. I think it became a cult classic. after
Excuses,
the fact.
excuses, Ruby.
It's on Prime, so that I'm going to add that to my
Yeah, you
watch
should
list.
check it out.
Definitely should. It's great.
That's kind of like the movie. I know we're talking about TV shows, but that's kind of like the movie The Shawshank Redemption. It was not popular when it came out, but it became a cult classic after the fact, which is strange why people gravitate towards it later. But
Love this. I'm going to add it to my watch list, Mike. Freaks
Yeah,
and-
definitely.
It really
It's a
did.
great one.
That was
Yeah,
that
for
was
sure.
the one, because I was racking my brain a bit about like what series did I watch that I was disappointed, because most of them, like our favorites, do run their course, and But did you say? Oh, you said your favorite. If I had to say, growing up, favorite was All in the Family.
Oh, great choice.
Still makes me laugh to this day when I watch it. Highly, very not PC. It wasn't at the time, so it certainly isn't now. But it's still relevant. You could watch it, and it's still, sadly or not, funny. I really liked as an adult, Breaking Bad. Really enjoyed that series.
Breaking Bad was an interesting one because it's one of the shows where they made it a point to make it this many episodes, right? Like Vince Gilligan,
they didn't want to go on forever.
They didn't want to go on forever, and so this was the full story. Even though the show was wildly popular, they didn't decide to continue it on like I think other shows do.
Yeah.
Have you seen Better Call Saul?
They spun it off.
It's actually really good. I think that's
my
really
son,
Breaking Bad.
My son thinks it's better than Breaking Bad, which I
Yeah,
find hard.
Oh wow!
It's not quite as hard hitting as some of the Breaking Bad scenes, but it's good. It's a good one. It's interesting if they've made Breaking Bad specifically to end at a certain point that maybe they had. I wonder if they already had that next series, like spin-off, ready to go.
And he's so good.
Vince Gilligan.
Oh
my
actor.
gosh. Oh,
and
Bob
the actor.
Odenkirk.
Oh my gosh, he was so good in Nobody, the film Nobody. He's just a great actor.
He's great.
Funny.
I remember being
a great writer too, by the way. But go on.
I was going to say, I remember Bob Odenkirk. This was when we were locked away in the office at Renegade when the finale of Breaking Bad was coming out. I remember me and Jim all refreshing the page, and we got one ticket, and I was able to go at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery to watch the finale. And I remember going up. They had the RV there from the show, and Bob Odenkirk was taking pictures. But the line was so long, so I stood off to the side, and everybody over there was yelling his name. And so he took time and he came over. I got a picture with him. He was great.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I hear any interview I've seen with him, he seems like an amazing guy.
He wrote on SNL, right? Is that
He did.
Is that right?
He did. Yes. I'm trying to look up his writing credits because he did a lot of comedy before he kind of got into acting.
He was in the running to be Steve Carell's character on The Office.
That's right.
I think it was down to him and Steve wanted out, but
which would have totally worked.
Right.
Yeah, it totally would.
Steve Carell's a genius, but
yeah,
he is. He's I couldn't imagine the show another way, but yeah, if anybody else could do it. I know Seth Rogen was also in the running, I think, to play Dwight. There was a lot of interesting choices. I remember watching some of the self-tapes that they've released or the auditions rather of the other people that went out for it.
There's a lot of actors that seem to come into that into the office, and then I don't know if it's one of their first jobs, but a lot of people that have done really well in their careers. Something came up. There was an advert for the office on whatever I was watching the other day. I was like, oh, it's the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. I was pretty sure he's in it. I obviously haven't watched it the full way through. I will. Thanks for the recommendation. But
that was probably Parks and Recs. Do you mean?
Was it Maybe it was.
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt. I
Was
bet
it not
who you're
Chris Pratt?
thinking of, right? I would think for Guardians.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, he got his. I think his big break was Parks and Rec. He played a dimwit and a kind of a fat slob, and then he lost all that weight and became a superhero. So
you guys,
just
part of
goes
his
to show you
superhero
what
origin
happens.
story.
Yeah.
So Bob Odenkirk wrote 200 episodes of Conan O'Brien, Late Night with Conan O'Brien. I mean, he was a staff writer.
Wow.
226 episodes.
Wow.
SNL, 97 episodes.
Wow. Yeah. So he's got the comedy in his blood for sure.
He does. And I don't want to misspeak. Never mind. I don't want to say it until I can prove it.
But now, actually,
sorry, I thought he had a brother, but I could totally be wrong. Thinking of something else.
I don't know. Mike, seeing the poster behind you there actually brings me up to a point. There are actually two shows that I thought were canceled before their time, but I'm a little biased. Tom and Jerry in New York and Bossy Bear. Both of them left me unemployed. So I'm very sad that
Listen, okay.
Tom and Jerry was around since the 50s.
Yes, but Tom and Jerry in New York, we could have done another season of that. And Bossy Bear, I can't believe we didn't get another season. That show was adorable.
Okay, hold on now. Hold
Derek,
on.
What was the reason at the time that they didn't continue?
Low ratings, no one watched. I'm going to give the same reason as Freaks and Geeks.
Pretty much. I think that's for
I don't know
Tom
if that's
and,
true. I'm just,
it just sounds like
for
it's a
Tom
cult.
and Jerry in New York, I
It
think they were in their transition, because that's Warner Brothers. They were trying to get it on HBO Max or whatever the hell it's called, Max, whatever it was at the time. And they weren't getting the viewers, I'm sure. And it, to be honest, the only reason they did most of it, I could be misspeaking. My understanding was the main reason that those Tom and Jerry's got greenlit in the first place is because overseas they wanted to sell the toys. And in order to sell the toys, you needed to have some media product to be able to be behind it. So to keep toy and merchandise sales for Tom and Jerry strong, they needed to have a product of it. And our Tom and Jerry New York got canceled, but right after it, I saw other versions of Tom and Jerry go out. For Bossy Bear, I just think it was COVID. COVID left Nickelodeon with so much product, whatever you want to call it, in the can, because they just doubled down on animation because you could do it remotely. We could record remote. We learned how to record remotely. People could draw from their homes. So animation just took off, and they had all this content, and they didn't know what to do with it. And that's why I think they had too much content, didn't want to spend the money, is my understanding. But again, I'm not a exec. I'm speculating.
That's the good thing about animation, though. It can pick back up at any point. Like, those characters never age. I was thinking this with one of the shows. The first show that came to mind with this topic was The Simpsons. It's the show we used to watch as a family. At one point in time, I think my dad even mentioned this in my brother's wedding in his speech. There was one point in time where we were the characters. Like, we had a younger sister who was like Maggie. I was quite good at school, and was like Lisa, and my older brother was a lot of fun, but an absolute nightmare. And then my mom and dad were like Homer and Marge. So we used to watch it quite a lot. And then I remember being sort of, I guess, a young teenager and realizing that The Simpsons have stayed the same age, and now we're all older and can't relate to the characters anymore. But it's obviously it's still going, right? It's not been cancelled. So
yeah, no.
And speaking of The Simpsons, Bill Odenkirk, Bob's brother, producer on The Simpsons for 20 years.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so he does have a
talented
brother.
family.
He does have a brother and is successful, clearly. It's 2003 to 2020, 350 episodes.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yes. And also, speaking of, if we're doing personal vendettas, the shows that
I was going to say, Robert, I went on mine. I want to hear yours about.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
A little show called Thunder Alley.
Yes. Okay.
But listen, this was a show created by the same creators as Home Improvement, Matt Williams, David McFadden, Carmen Finestra, starring Ed Asner, a little young Haley Joel Osment from He Sees Dead People, Sixth Sense. Talented cast. We went 2 seasons, and we're in the top 20, top 10, if not, I'm going to even say top 10, but let's just say top 20, definitely. And they canceled it in the second season. Why?
Wow.
They wanted to be more like Friends. We want shows more like Friends. We don't want to do TGIF. They got rid of TGIF. They wanted to skew more young, hip generation instead of people with hip replacements. And so what they did is then we created a show called Buddies, which only lasted, I think, 13 episodes. Because it was trying to be...
why did that not continue for longer?
I don't think it was a great show. Nobody's fault. I wrote on it. I met some very dear friends who are still dear friends, but I don't think it was a great show. It was David Chappelle's first show, sitcom. He was young. He was like 20 or something. But I don't know that it knew what it wanted to be. The first year we did Buddies, and it was, again, created by the creators of Home Improvement and my show that should not have been canceled, Thunder Alley, and then they created Buddies. So that clearly talented creators. The first year of the first season, OJ
Simpson
might have committed a crime, a heinous crime. So he was on trial in the midst of our first season, and the show was about two best friends. One was black, David Chappelle. The other was white, who had been recast. It was originally Jim Brewer. Mistake number one, they recast with somebody else I won't name. I really like Jim. They went on and remained good friends. They did Half Baked together, Jim and Chappelle. But it created like a weird tension, and they kind of like pivoted on what the show was about. It was never supposed to be about race, and then it became about race, and it just was. Anyways, it maybe was not the greatest timing.
I think timing is important with series.
It is important, but
about movies, right? Like when something comes out, what is it that keeps the series going? I guess timing is probably one of the big aspects of it.
Yes. Well, probably one of my favorite writing experiences, even though the show wasn't successful. I really loved everyone who was working on it. Like I said, still good friends with half the staff. But yeah, it was just an odd time. Just didn't work. Didn't work. Or I should say people didn't like it. Like, I think it worked. We all were proud of what it was, but just people weren't watching. Again, low ratings. No. Maybe now it'll be a cult classic. I don't know.
I mean, I should serve up clips on TikTok and see how it does today.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
I wish you can't find it anywhere. I've looked. I wish you could. It's been buried.
I was saying, unfortunately, if you search Dave Chappelle, you're just going to get Chappelle Show, which is where he really found his niche, because that show was phenomenal as well. So,
well, I mean, he was incredibly talented, and I know he was frustrated. He was so young, but still clearly so talented, and I think he was frustrated that he wasn't being heard on some level. But there's always that debate between the actors and actresses of a sitcom and the showrunners and creators, right? There's always the kind of, especially, and it wasn't in Chappelle's case where it was based on his act. It wasn't. But, particularly in a case where like a Roseanne or Tim Allen or, you name it, where you're basing a series on an act, I could see where that gets kind of sticky.
Mm-hmm.
So what about if you flip it? Are there any shows that you think should have been cancelled that have been going for way too long?
90% of TV, Ruby.
Grey's Anatomy.
How much time you got? That's a whole
Grey's
episode.
Anatomy.
Oh, really? My sister loves that show. I've never seen it.
Well, and here's the thing. So I can't
Come
say
on, McDreamy, McSteamy.
Well, but they're all gone.
McFlurry.
They're all dead. No, not well. Sadly, the one actor actually is dead. But the characters, McDreamy, McSteamy, they're all dead. In the show. They killed him off, so like, I don't know how you keep coming up with plot over and over again. Like, that's another show where the only reason I'm familiar with it is it was a bonding moment between me and my mom going home for Christmas recently, because it's on TV all the time. So when you're sitting there and, I'm visiting, I want to have as many conversations with my parents as possible. I'm just sitting there in the living room. What's on in the background? Grey's Anatomy. And just constantly, it's just on. But I was like, Jesus, how many of these episodes can you do? If
they
it
made
works,
something of it.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. But wow, that's.
I don't have a particular one. Ruby, you asked a question, which means you have one in mind that you really desperately want canceled.
I have, as we know, we love the reality TV, and I think some of it is just fascinating and easy to watch, and there's no stakes in it, right? Some of the Housewives and things like that.
So
Love Island, I can't wrap my head around. I've not seen it. I can't wrap my head around the concept. I feel like it produces people that we don't need more of in society, and people watch it and want to be like it. And I've had so many people try and start a conversation, even my nearest and dearest friends. I am lost. There is, I don't know what the point of it is. Those kind of shows where people are trying to gain something, and it's all like they're lost on me. Not that they should be cancelled necessarily, but I'd rather money go into something else, I guess, if we had to pick.
More Housewives shows or something.
Yeah, another set of Housewives. Why not?
Las Vegas. Why isn't
that
There we go.
Come on.
Fun.
There should be. That needs to happen. Come on.
Hello.
The Real Housewives of
Get Andy
of
Cohen on the
what we need
of
is the Real
Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Under Intercourse, Pennsylvania. They're all
Housewives of
Amish.
Blue Balls.
And, yes, and nearby Blue Balls,
Yes.
and they're all
Yes.
Amish. That's what I'm talking about.
I love that. One of my favorite shows at the moment just got confirmed for a 6th season, which is really cool. Recommendation, if anyone hasn't watched it, it's called Clarkson's Farm. It's on Amazon Prime, and Jeremy Clarkson used to be a presenter on Top Gear, like a car show, and they used to go around all the world and race different cars and trial them all out. And it was it ran for years, but just as a presenter, he's quite controversial sometimes and very outspoken. And however many years ago now, he bought a farm in the UK, and so each season is a different set of him really being hands-on with farming in the farming industry. And he just, there's some things he does in there are so, like, I don't know, they're heartwarming in like very sincere ways, and he's just got so much money that he can throw at different experiences that he does. So he goes through one season, he gets pigs and then sheep and then cows, and then last season he announced he had prostate cancer, and then at the end of it he's okay, and he got tested early, and it was so
That's great.
some of the messaging behind it is really nice. But the last season he just got he went to some show and they had a load of AI, like new farming intelligence, and he went to somewhere, a couple of places in Europe where they're doing like eco-friendly agriculture, and you just learn so much about it as a show. But it's an easy watcher, very, I don't know, that maybe it's because I'm away from home as well, and there's something about like very typical like British parts of it. But he opens a pub, and I don't know, it's a great show and they're talking about like AI and farming and different intelligence and how it's growing, and how like they're not getting the buy-in, and the government pay them to keep land and not farm on it, and all of this kind of stuff. But it's for anyone else that thinks that would be interesting, it's a great one.
I'm putting it on the list.
Yeah,
that's
I've heard good
fascinating.
things.
We're watching Tucci in Italy. That's a recommendation.
Okay.
Like you say, it makes you think of home when you watch Clarkson's Farm. I've never been to Italy, but I'm Italian. Makes me feel like I'm home. But he just tours Italy and eats their food.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
which
He's
is
the
great.
best. Stanley Tucci is a great
Stanley.
actor. So
Oh, yeah.
come on,
he's
he's such a
Tucci
great
in
actor.
Italy. Oh, he's
Yeah,
great in
that's
these
awesome.
too.
Where are you
He's-
watching that, Robert? What service is it on?
Well, he had a number of series where he goes to Italy, but Tucci in Italy is Hulu.
Okay.
There's 2 seasons. They just dropped the 2nd season. But he had a whole other thing, like it was slightly different title that's also on HBO Max, like Tucci Takes on Italy. It was very similar. It was like the same show, but I guess they just
Two
changed.
separate film crews following him around.
Yeah, basically. They're both good. And then another one that I think is enjoyable for the drama is America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys
season
Cheerleaders.
3's just dropped. Yeah.
We've started it already.
How is
Did
it?
you watch it?
Yeah, I've watched
Oh,
the first 2 seasons. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I just love the drama. And they work so hard. Like the
They
amount
do.
of,
It's
okay,
crazy.
you guys probably don't know anything about it. I'm assuming, Derek.
Not the
And
show,
Mike.
but I know they don't make a lot of money for
That's what I
they
didn't
do.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are dentists. They're
Yeah, they have like
doctors, they
full-time
have
jobs.
Crazy careers.
Like they
They're
make
really
like 15
intelligent.
bucks an hour. It's some
Yeah.
insane. Now they,
Wow.
if you watch season 2, they kind of take on the system. But before then, since the dawn of, football or whatever, they got paid nothing. And the amount of work they put in and effort and then they go off and they're dentists for some, what? My God,
That's
I need a
wild.
nap after I watch the episode. I'm like, anyways, but it's great because there's the drama. Will they make the team and the people you're rooting for? And they just,
I love
it's all the drama of it. And this
There's
woman
the-
was a legacy, which means they were one when they were young. His daughter wants to do it, and they're good friends with the person who chooses. And then it's
Drama.
great. High drama.
They work so hard as well. There's an episode in Running Point. I think it's the 2nd season. If you haven't seen that as well, so
Haven't.
good show.
Running point. What's that?
It is. Oh God, you're gonna trick me up here. It's a like family that own a basketball team, and it's a bit like a Succession kind of story where there's
Okay.
a family and all the different siblings want to all run apart, and they've all got their like inter-family drama. But it's actually done really well.
Oh, is this the one with
and
Goldie
the show
Hawn?
is very watchable.
Kate Hudson. Yep.
Kate
Thank you.
Hudson. There you go. Thanks, Mike. My
Thank
name
you.
recall is terrible. But yeah, there's an episode in there where the cheerleaders come in and they're like, we want more pay. We want to be paid fairly. And it speaks to a lot of what they went through in season 2 of Dallas Cowboys.
Yes. I mean, they have calendars, and you know how much money they bring in. And anyways, it's shocking. I had no idea how little, you know, and it's like, well, you have the honor of being one, which I get. Yes, sure. That's great. I'm not downplaying that, but doesn't pay the rent.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's still a job. It's a job for all.
Oh my God.
You should be
It
paid
is,
well for what you're doing.
you guys should watch it.
You should watch
I mean,
it.
you should. You real like you don't realize. You see them out there, rah rah. You know, you don't realize the sheer amount of just hard labor and talent.
I believe
and
it.
Sweat
I
equity.
believe
and
it.
everything else.
This is where I feel like there's a true fusion coming between the World Cup and the cheerleaders. We're going to end up with soccer cheerleaders. There'll be a thing.
Oh, there we go.
We watched. Have you seen Cheer? It's on Netflix. That is
my daughter
starts from when they're really young,
yes.
and you can see how much hard work these kids put in to try and get there in cheerleading. Like, it's a really competitive sport, and then you see the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders that are like the pinnacle of it, and then you learn that they earn next to nothing, and they're working 2 jobs, 3 jobs.
And why do some sports that's a great point. Like, why do some basketball don't have cheerleaders, right?
They do.
Football.
Laker girls.
Basketball does.
Oh, they do. Okay. But soccer, no. Like, why do some sports do and some don't? I wonder.
I don't know. Boxing.
Tennis.
And even in football, some football teams have them, some don't. Like the Steelers don't have cheerleaders, but the Cowboys
teams,
do.
Yeah, but your college teams, almost all of them, because it's an activity. Cheerleading is much more popular in all college sports. Basketball, just to get their practice in. I could be misspeaking, but I think like in college, the cheerleaders will show up at swimming matches and women's volleyball. Like if the football and basketball team aren't playing, the cheerleaders are go and cheer for the women's volleyball team. You know, so will the pep band and stuff. So that's the cool thing about college. Professional though, it is interesting. I don't know why, you know, certain sports are because there's no cheerleaders in baseball. There's no crying and no cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So,
or tennis.
Yeah, that's true.
Which might be kind of odd to have.
Yeah.
10 cheerleaders and 2. But interested. Yeah, I recommend it. I think it's my daughter watched it, and this is a number of shows now where she watches it, and I think, I'll watch, and she watches, and then you have something in common you can talk about, and then I get hooked, and then she stops watching. Like when she was younger, it was Dance Moms.
Oh, yeah.
That was her show. So I would watch it just because, you know, she was like 12, you know, something, you know, to talk about. And I got totally hooked.
Well, that's Robert, that time we were in the Wood Ranch.
Oh, that's right. That was concerning.
JoJo Siwa.
JoJo
Siwa.
Because we were
set this up.
Okay.
I tell you the story and you explain yourself, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so Sophie and I, at the time, I don't know. She was older then, but we had been watching this show since she was 10, 12. And so I'm watching it as a father with bonding with the daughter, right? That's why I watched the show. And so we go to a restaurant in Burbank, and we're sitting there, Mike, me, Derek, in a booth. And between Mike and Derek, I see JoJo Siwa, who I recognize from Dance Mom. So I say, I think there's somebody from Dance Moms behind you guys, right? And Derek turns around. That's JoJo Siwa. And I'm like, okay. Now the reason I know, I get. The reason you know, I don't understand. You should not be watching Dance Moms. But explain yourself, Derek.
No. So it was right around the time. So right around that time, before she had her falling out with them, JoJo Siwa was Nickelodeon's like golden child. And so Nickelodeon approached the studio I was working at to do a YouTube series called the JoJo and Bobo Show.
Yo, it's JoJo and Bobo, and you are just seconds away from seeing us animated! Here we go! Hey everyone, it's JoJo and Bobo, and welcome to the JoJo and Bobo Show. Yo, Yo-yo!
It was an animated TV show about her and her dog Bobo. So I was like super familiar with her and everything about her life because they gave us so much material to make this show so we could design the backgrounds, the character, the dog, the everything. So I was just inundated with JoJo Siwa. I was buried in that world. So it was for work, Robert. It was for work.
Well, at the time, I didn't realize that. I didn't know how
Yes,
you knew. I knew that you knew who it was.
But I
her
was
name.
like, I was
It
like,
was
oh my God, she's
concerning.
behind us. Yeah, she is.
I didn't know her
about
name until you said it. I knew her from the show. It was the fact that you turned around and knew exactly who it was that I
Yeah,
thought, okay,
well, but
do we
she's
need an intervention?
she's created an empire for herself. So
Yeah, she
while
Yes.
no offense if JoJo happens to see this, all respect to you. I think you're a little annoying, but total respect to your work ethic because she created an empire for herself that is
And her
just
dog,
incredible.
apparently. Fair play.
And Bobo.
Yeah, Bobo.
Yeah,
Don't forget
I hope
Bobo.
Bobo's
Well-
still alive.
I don't know. But I watched a show called Selling Sunset, which is a
Oh,
real
yeah.
estate show.
That too.
Oh, did you watch Selling OC?
I did.
I think
not
Selling
it's
those-
not as good.
Oh, see, I think it's
Is there new
Have you-
seasons? I haven't watched
I
anything
think it's
new,
better.
I'd say. Do
no,
you?
because Selling Sunset got a little too glossy for me. A little too many slow-mo shots and walking the runway.
I
And
do
every
feel
car
like
that
it's
drives up,
scripted.
even if it's electric, they put a revving engine sound.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
I thought about it when you said in one of the previous episodes, Robert, about how they do like semi-scripted. Like, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like a reality show anymore. It feels like
No,
the scenes
it
are
doesn't.
all
It
created,
does.
and you
And
can
it's all
tell
like-
there's not a
It's
authentic,
beautifully lit and yeah.
But the houses that they go to, oh my gosh!
I
they
know.
live
It's
there.
like-
Imagine
Yes.
Imagine
30
living in
million,
those
50
houses.
million.
Wild.
I'm thinking who but anyways, JoJo was in one episode last season of Selling Sunset, right? She was selling what's her name? The one that was married to the This Is Us actor.
Are you
Jen-
asking me for a name?
Yeah, right. What's her
Oh.
name? The lead, the one that Jason was dating for a while.
Oh, Mama
one of the
Mary.
twins. No,
Oh,
not
one of the
Mary. He
twins?
dated her too. But
He did, wait, he's dated
Oh,
all
her
of
too.
them.
the one that he was
Um,
starts with the C. Chantel, Charisse. I don't know what her name is.
Oh, the one that's now married to the singer.
Correct.
Oh my gosh. What is her name?
Her. Starts with a C, doesn't it?
Mike will attest to this. My recall memory, especially on the spot, is terrible.
She was married to the handsome guy, and This Is Us, and he's now on Reacher or something, or Grab Him While You Can, whatever the show he has.
Chriselle.
Milo
CBS.
Ventimiglia.
Chriselle.
Chriselle, yeah.
Oh,
I
Is she
love
married
her.
to
yes.
Milo.
She's amazing.
No,
No,
she
no.
was married to Justin Hartley.
Oh,
from this
Justin
season.
Yes.
Hartley. Okay.
Yes. Anyway, she's changed since she first came on. But that's the thing they all have. I like Mary. But Mary got robbed. Did you see that whole thing? Anyways,
Yeah,
it's
that was awful.
drama. Terrible.
It's a lot of drama.
There's a lot
Terrible.
of drama.
Expensive
A
drama.
lot of drama.
Yeah. And then they've got the
Expensive.
the British girl on there. That's always, I feel like her accent seems kind of fake. But she also looks like a lot of fun. And I'm like, I get that. Like a couple of drinks in and my accent also changes.
Mhm.
You guys should watch it. We can debrief. When we meet
Yes,
up.
exactly. Oh, yeah, you guys got to. There's so many shows. If we're
It'll be the
talking
spin-off
reality shows.
podcasts.
I was going to say
Yes,
thank you everybody
reality.
for watching reality TV.
Yes, with
Reality
Rob
TV
and Mike
recap.
Pike, and
Yeah.
we'll just Bobo and JoJo.
The Bobo Show, JoJo.
The JoJo and Bobo show.
Did you make it? Was it an actual thing that was released?
It was a YouTube series.
Yeah, how did that
Still
do?
up.
I'd imagine it was popular.
It had some views, and then I think she had a falling out with Nickelodeon for other reasons. But it was. I think it did well.
It has a 2.8 out of 10 on
Oh,
IMDb rating.
But it
Can't
probably
trust
has some
that.
views, though. I would hope, but I don't know.
Let's see.
I've just put a face to the name for JoJo that you've been talking about. I do remember watching that episode of Selling Sunset and thinking she's really young to be spending that kind of money
Right?
on a house.
Yes,
I didn't know that
yes.
she was from another show.
That's what she was. That was her fame. She has, in fact, my daughter, my wife, who's a kindergarten teacher. The kids still will come in with little JoJo Bobos.
She made
B-O-W.
Wow. Yeah, see?
she made
Like,
a
it's still a
fortune off her
popular thing.
merchandise. Yeah, her merchandise was like spot on.
And they're like $20 bows. You know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So she's still.
Yeah, these things have like 4 to 5 million views. So all of them, I'm going down the list. So yeah, that was wildly viewed, at least.
Viewed, just not acclaimed. But
wow.
All right.
It's
Very good.
wild.
Have we exhausted anything else that we need to cover before?
no, I don't think
Anything
so.
pressing?
I think that's it.
Yeah, you want to?
Are you all caught up on Balin, Robert?
Yes. Are you?
Yeah, there's a new episode tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh,
We'll find out.
she hasn't
I
found
want
the
to
dress
watch.
yet.
Oh,
She hasn't found the
she hasn't
dress.
found the dress. No, she's getting one specially made. Can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And she wants like one for the reception, one for walking from the limo to the reception, one for
Jesus.
going to
I wanna
the.
So now you got me invested because I want to see her on Say Yes for the Dress in the middle of that gallery just shouting shit out like no other.
It's so good. You got to start with season 1,
Oh, it's so good.
of course.
I want to
But
watch. I want to watch. She's great.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Binge it. It's not that many.
Yeah. We got to get her on the show. Come on, Balin.
The
Listen.
parents are
Come on the
great.
show.
The parents are great. The kids
Yeah,
are
they're
great. I
amazing.
just love the family. It's just
No,
a great.
it's such a great show. It really is.
She's great.
Derek and Mike catch up, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah,
We'll have a
that's
whole
right.
episode on it. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Can we be frank? Extra Balin out loud recap.
There we go.
Yes. Recap episode. They do the after the shows, which I never watch, but a lot of the shows do the after the show. Have you seen any of those, Ruby? One
No.
they'll be like the Housewives do it. The Below Deck
Oh,
does
yeah,
it.
I've seen
So-
the Housewives one. Do they do one for Balin? I've not seen that.
No,
Oh,
but it is typically. I was thinking they could.
yeah, they
So
could.
people watch-
We should do it. We should
We
have
should do it
them
after
come
the
on.
We should do it.
Yeah.
Of our
Do
own
it
show.
live.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
Do it live.
yeah, do it live.
Yeah.
This is great,
Very
guys.
good. Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Well, yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. I want to thank everybody that stuck around and listened. If for some reason you want to tell your friends, they can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts. Pretty much anywhere you can consume media, we'll pump this out for you. So
You have to have something on. Like we leave
Yes.
on something streaming for the cat, whatever, the dog. Just put us on.
yeah,
These are
Yeah.
voices that will the animals will like to hear.
I swear I'm
We'll
very
put you to
calming
sleep,
to
we
dogs.
promise.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Oh, that's
Dogs
true.
love
Well,
me.
Nightcap.
It's fine. Yeah.
We'll put you to sleep. It's all good.
All right. Well, thanks everybody
Cool.
for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can we be friends? Can we be